So you can think of business models where sales, marketing, and operations are handled in AI. It will work tirelessly, it will work throughout, it will give you consistent results. If you don't like it, you can ask it to redo it. Is artificial intelligence a threat for your business? Let's find out. Artificial intelligence is not going to be a threat for your business, but your competitor who uses artificial intelligence more than you do is going to be a threat for your business. Companies are designed in such a way to make the most amount of profit. They make profit when they reduce cost. They reduce cost by reducing the cost of resources. Robots replaced human jobs, created more profit for businesses. Artificial intelligence is a system that thinks similar to human beings when it comes to doing tasks. What do we human beings do? We study books, we study concepts, we study operating procedures like step 1, step 2, step 3, and we do things. Now, artificial intelligence uses something called machine learning. Machine learning does work like similar to how a human brain works. It accumulates data, looks at it, interprets it on how to do various things, and then does it, right? When you ask an artificial intelligence bot to write an email, what it is doing is looking at a lot of emails that were written relating to this subject and using words in that, putting it together, and then checking it with its language model, whether it sounds right, and then giving it out to you. That's it. It works just like how a human mind works. Artificial intelligence is now capable of doing a lot of things. It can design, it can write, and it can be your assistant. So you can ask questions to it and it will give you answers. We are looking at a new employee. Like I just had this example, a bank in America, they hired an artificial intelligence customer service robot. Now, when I say robot, it's not like a plastic or a metal robot. It's just a software inside the system which has logic and which can actually think like a human being and give responses. What happens in a bank? Mostly people call in asking for something like, I lost my credit card, or give me the number to this one, or what is my account balance? All these things are pretty much of repeating questions. And if a human customer service agent was to work, in 1 hour, they might be able to do 10 to 12 calls, right? And this bank, which employed the artificial intelligence, right, bot to answer questions, it does it perfectly well. You will not be able to recognize you're talking to a robot. You might hear a human voice. It will sound very human, but you will never recognize it's a robot that you're talking to. It's not that, the earlier versions of telephone, like the press 1 for this. No, it's not like that. It sounds just like how we sound. And then this robot was doing 12 million calls simultaneously. Where a human being was doing 12 in an hour, the robot could do 12 million calls simultaneously. So that actually removed thousands of employees from the bank in customer service. So now just imagine a bank which uses human beings. Now human beings have a problem. We are inherently slow, unreliable, and unpredictable. I mean, all of this in a positive sense. Slow because we get tired when we don't eat, when we have to sleep, or if we are overworked, we get tired. So we become slow over there, right? Even the best employees can become slow. We are unpredictable. Like there can be an accident. We can get sick. There can be a lot of problems. Something happens at home. So we cannot predict. And people just leave their jobs nowadays. Just like after maybe working for 1 year, if you see the resumes nowadays, you will see that it's like 1 year, 8 months, most resumes have. So people just get bored of their job after 8 months, right? So they are unpredictable and they are unreliable, as in you give them a task, they give you they give the task back, but when you ask them to repeat it, like, they get tired of doing that, right? But when it comes to AI, all these problems don't exist. It will work tirelessly. It will work throughout. It will give you consistent results. If you don't like it, you can ask it to redo it. It will do that for you. So let us just look at few examples of how AI is working now. When it comes to design, right? When human beings design something, they take at least 1 or 2 hours. And when you ask them to redo it, they'll take even longer. But no matter how many number of times you ask them to redo it, there is a certain benchmark a person can do designs in, right? And they get tired of it after some time. But when it comes to artificial intelligence, you just have to give it a prompt like, I want a picture of a beach, and then it gives you a picture of a beach. I want a picture of something, and it gives you a picture of that. You want a design for a website, it gives you the design for the website. I want a social media post, so it gives you the design for the post, right? There is a software called Midjourney. Now, if you go to Midjourney, you have to give it a command saying /imagine. And once you give the command, you can type in what you want. You can say, I want a post, social media post, or a travel company, business consultants, handicrafts making company. Imagine whatever it is, right? And then it gives you output that is truly unbelievable. So you can just check out on Google image search now, Midjourney images, and then you will see what Midjourney has done, right? So you will see that design is literally getting replaced, and now we are just 5 months old in AI. So maybe 6 or 7 months down the line, right, the whole concept of AI doing the design might be going at a different level. Now, another problem is, if you have a human designer, some will be specialized in illustration, some will be specialized in web, some will be specialized in 3D. But AI is specialized in everything from day one, right out of the box. So that's the advantage of replacing designers with AI. Now, the next thing is writing. When you want to write emails, when you want to write reports, when you want to write a product description, it's pretty tiring to have like a lot of products, and you want to give the consistent impact of writing. You can use frameworks for writing, like the problem, agitate, solution, or you can use awareness, interest, desire, action. These frameworks for writing with AI, and it will continuously give you a standard result. And you can actually tell it to write it at better quality. You can ask it to add fun to it. You can ask it to make it sound more professional. So all these things are possible. You can make it sound very persuasive. You can make it sound very informational. You can ask it to add quotes to it, right? So this you can do using an app called ChatGPT. Now ChatGPT version 4 is out, which is tremendously upgraded than the previous version. Artificial intelligence is going to take over writing. Once again, coming back to human beings, people are specialized in certain domains, right? If you have someone who is with an engineering background, they can write about engineering. If someone is from a medical background, they can write about the medical part of it, but they cannot cross over. But with AI, it can cross over to any domain. So anything you want to write about, you can use AI to write. And third, we will discuss about technical assistance. Like if you have an assistant, like if you want to brainstorm something, if you want to start a business, if you want to create a product, if you want to do a market research, you can actually use ChatGPT as your research assistant, because you can ask it questions, and based on all the learning it has, it gives you answers. And most of the times these answers are far better than any human can give you. And the solutions that they come out with is your top capacity, right? And you can go even to that. So management assistance is going to be replaced by AI. Now, these are all certain areas where you can apply AI in your business. Now, looking at the future, right? We are looking at a huge shift in employment. You can actually start a business using a lot of AI tools, and you can replace a lot of human beings, right, whom you would have had to hire to start a business. Now, this is a progressing field. Now, we are just standing on the first step of it. I mean, I would say it's not even the first step. We are not even there, but it has started affecting jobs of people, right? And a lot of people are at the threat of losing their job now because of AI. But what I would say is, like, the robots came and replaced millions of jobs. What happened to those people? They just upgraded themselves into better jobs, right? Now, that is what is going to happen. Most of the people who will be replaced by AI will have value with them, will have experience, will have technical knowledge, will have a solution in their mind. And instead of looking for another job that you might lose, people can start their own ventures, businesses, entrepreneurial ideas, right? And create businesses. And earlier, if you had to hire people to do these things, now you don't have to. Like, let's take the basic structure of business, which is marketing for getting leads, right? Marketing is pushing your content out there, talking about what you do, giving value to people, marketing to get leads, and then taking that leads and closing them with sales. Right now, instead of requiring human beings to sell, you can automate even sales with AI. And now, like we might say, making something is operations, right? Making this block might be operations for a company. But what if this was a digital game? A digital game. So the operations again can be handled by AI itself. So you can think of business models where sales, marketing, and operations are handled. So your customers can come in through marketing, be sold with your sales AI, and receive the benefit through your operational AI. Meaning you basically won't be doing anything, but your customers will be finding you, buying from you, using your service. Finding you, buying your service, using your service. So I see a huge opening over here, and I want you to think about how you can transform your business with AI, or get into a business that can be transformed with AI, and look at this as the big opportunity. And I'm open to discussions. If you want to talk about any idea you have, or if you want to brainstorm, create a new business system in your business with AI, I am open to those discussions. Thank you, and good luck living with our new member in society, AI.